Hello, Levier Dragon here to do a deck profile on a deck that nobody has used in years. It's one of my favorite decks of all time, so I decided to build it again. It's a deck that I used to play like when I first started the game about 2 years ago. It's Karakuri Machina Plants, and I love it. It's really, really fun, and yeah, so I'm going to get into this deck profile. So it's pretty much a dead deck, but I decided to make it again because I actually find it to be pretty okay, alright. Like, it can actually do things in the middle. So, 3 Karakuri Quick, the Full-on Knight of the deck, except Full-on Knight but better, and it's amazing. And then 3 Nanishi, the Bogart Knight of the deck, amazing, makes the deck really fast. So that's the main Karakuri part. Then the 1 Karakuri Sazank, the level 4 tuner for the deck to make easy level 8 Karakuris, synchros. And then 1 Strategist. He's another level 3 tuner. He's in here because of his switching effect. It's very, very helpful. You can switch himself to get a draw, or you can switch 2 opponent's monsters. I mean, because you'll usually go into a 7 after that, so you can switch 2 at a time. And the 7 switches also, that's what I mean. Alright, so that's it for the Karakuris. And now on to the Machina. 3 Machina Gear Frame. Amazing. Search, search, search. 3 Machina Fortress. Very, very, very huge factor of the deck. To go into level 8 synchros, and just for extra beatdown. There's so many games where you can just win just with this card alone. I mean, it's just such an easy to summon 2500 beater that gets an effect if it's destroyed by battle or targeted by a monster effect, so it's amazing. 1 Machina Cannon to get your fortress for free. Very good. And that's it for the Machina. So now on to the plant part. 1 Lone Fire Blossom, probably the best plant. 1 Spore, probably the best plant. And 1 Dandelion, probably the best plant. So, this is amazing to open with, because this plus this makes, so this goes into Spore, and then you can go into your level 8 Synchro with this, and then you can use Spore's effect from the grave to, go into more Synchros after you get your special summon off the Karakuri Synchro monsters. So, it's amazing to open up with Lone Fire Blossom. But it's also good to open up with Spore, because you can still normal summon it and do awesome combos with that. So, opening up with Spore or Lone Fire is always good. Dandelion, on the other hand, isn't too great in the deck. It can stall, which is nice. But, it's generally not good to have. But it's kind of necessary, because you don't want to draw Spore and then have Lone Fire dead. And you don't want to... And it'd be nice to draw that. Like, that's nice. And then if you've never seen a Lone Fire. So, it's kind of necessary to run. And it opens up other plays with, like, Armor Realm and stuff. So, it's nice to have, but it's really not too great. But these are amazing in the deck. They just make OTKs and very fast plays really easily. Alright, so that's it for the Karakuris, the Machinas, and the plants. For the one-of monsters, I run 1 Dekoichi, because it's just a really nice machine to have. It's another play, so if you don't have much plays turn 1, it's just really nice just to get a draw. And then it's a level 4 machine, so it has a lot of synergy with the deck. You can ditch it to special summon Fortress. So that added effect of it being a machine is really helpful. It's won me a lot of games where I didn't want to ditch it quick because I wanted to normal summon it with Nanishi. And so I just ditched this because my first turn play was good. So this card is just amazing. There's a lot of games where I just set it, get a plus. It's really, really nice for digging through your deck. It's just a really good card. And then I run Sangan. It was 2 Dekoichis at first, but I decided to run Sangan because Lone Fire Blossom is just such a good card in the deck. So having a search card for that is really, really nice. And I couldn't fit tour guides in to get this, but whatever. Tour guide isn't mandatory in every single deck. And then I run Gorz, because Amazing Surprise Factor is just an amazing card overall. I don't know why I wouldn't run it. And it's a level 7. So that has synergy with stuff. So, Gore's amazing. And then I run Unknown Synchron, because it's a level 1 target like Spore. And amazing synergy with the deck. Special Fortress go into a level 8 Synchro. And it's a machine, so you can ditch it with Fortress to special summon Fortress. Because Fortress, all it needs is another level 1 to special summon itself from the graveyard. So, amazing card. Really, really, really works well in the deck. And then that's it for my monsters. It's a pretty big monster lineup. Yeah. So now on to the spells. I run 3 MST because it's a combo-based deck and you really need your stuff to get off so you can attempt to OTK your opponent or do shenanigans like that. So yeah, awesome card. 2 dualities because you really need your stuff. And it's not too consistent of a deck, so this really helps it out. Stables, Heavy, Dark Hole, Reborn, Mind Control, Pot of Avarice. Amazing staples. More staples for this deck. Limiter Removal, and 1-for-1. 1-for-1 is really, really good. A main reason to run Unknown Synchron is so if you draw Spore and you draw this isn't dead. So it has 2 targets in the deck, so it's really, really good. And then Limiter Removal just makes easy OTKs, so it's a great. And that's it for my spells. So now on to traps. Solemn Judgment, because you OTK. Double Solemn Warnings to stop your opponent's plays. Double Mirror Force for added protection. And I don't run Torrential because this deck usually has field presence. It usually has a gear frame on board and you don't want to kill your gear frame. Or it has a fortress on board and you don't want to kill that. Or it has a Decoichi set and you don't want to kill that. So mass removal with Mirror Force and single removal with Warning is really, really nice. It works well together. I was running 1 Torrential, but I decided to take it out for a Starlight Road because you don't want interference. So Starlight Road is really, really helpful. And I ran Stardust anyways, so yeah. I think it's a 40 card deck. It might be 41, but I'm pretty sure it's 40. Yeah, so I like the deck a lot. So here's the extra deck. 2 Boredo. Amazing. Just spam. 2 Bore. Awesome. This card is slightly better than this card because it's easier to get out and its switching effect is so good. But this card's drawing effect is also amazing. So they work really well together. They're awesome. Just really, really good synchros. And then Stardust Dragon for Road, and you summon it a lot in this deck because you really need protection. After you swarm the field, you don't want to just lose the game instantly because of Dark Hole. Scrap Dragon for getting over things to go for game. Landoys because 7s are easy and you have Earth monsters, and this card is very, very good. Love it. Black Rose Dragon. Awesome, bottom of the field. This card wins games when people don't expect it. Mistworm. I don't make it very often, so it might come out, but it's awesome to have the option. Catastor. Make this all the time because it's a machine and it's just a really good level 5. And I was running TG Hyper Librarian, but I decided to take it out because I really didn't go into it much. And if you're going into Hyper Librarian before your play start, then you're doing something wrong, because if you're going to Hyper Librarian and then you're trying to do stuff, it doesn't work at all. So it's really bad. And then Utopia, because generic rank 4 is nice for a deck that runs 4s if you need to stall or whatever. Zen mains, because if you need to stall, same thing. So those are nice if they happen. And then I'm sorry, but I have 3 proxies. I was hoping you could live with it. I mean, I got this entire deck all prepared for you guys. So I'm sorry. I don't like using proxies in videos, but I have to. So I'm running an Armory Arm in the extra deck. My friend is borrowing mine, so Armory Arm. And Big Eye, because 3 Fortress, 2 Bore, and Gores. This actually happens a lot, and it's very, very good. Such a good card. I hate how it went up in price. I wish I got it before it did, but whatever. And then, this is what? What is this? Oh, this is Gear Gigant X, because it's happened before, and it can really open up plays. It's really, really good for opening up plays. But I might take it out for Formula Synchron. But Formula Synchron does not happen a lot. It's just Dandelion, Token, and Spore. And I don't really like that, because if it's happening, it's usually not going to happen, because the only time it would happen is if you draw that or you draw that. And I mean, that doesn't happen too much. But I mean, it's a good play if you go Lone Fire for Dandy first turn. They kill it, you have 2 tokens, and you summon that and go for it. But that's why I run Armory Arm. Because there's other ways to make it too. It's not just one way. And I also run Reborn and Mind Control, so Armory Arm can happen a lot more, because you can Monster Reborn a Tour Guide and summon Spore or Unknown Synchron and Synchro for 4. Whereas Formula Synchron usually will not happen, because there's not very many level 1s that people run. But anyways, those are my 3 proxies. I'm very, very sorry. So, Gear Gigant X, Armory Arm, and Big Eye. Big Eye, Gear Gigant X, the gear thing that's rank 4 that you detach to search a level 4 or lower machine type monsters from deck to hand. 1900 attack, I think. Armory Arm, 1800 attack, level 4. Can equip to a monster. That monster gains 1000 attack, and if it destroys a monster battle, inflict damage to your opponent equal to its attacker, whatever. And then Big Guy, so rank 7, detached to take control of an opponent's monster, and it can attack that turn. But yeah, thank you for watching. I really like this deck. It's very, very fun to use. It's one of my favorite decks of all time. So, if you could just give this video a like, because I worked hard to put this deck together. And I'm really happy that I did put it together, because I really love the deck. It's so awesome. I might be running a Torrential in the future, because it's a really good card, and I feel bad for not running it, because it's like my favorite trap card. But I feel like these are pretty much the only traps you need. And I don't want to take out Starlight Road, because it's been pretty good. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. I have 2 other channels. I have a gaming channel, if you're into that. It's Donut the Dragon. There's links to them on my page if you want to go check them out. And then the other one is a horror series that I started with my friend. It's also on my page. It's called Abundant Blue. You can check that out if you want. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate everybody who watches my videos. It just makes me really happy. And yeah, I love this deck a lot. And you should too, because it's fun. So everybody should remake this deck, because it's awesome. And try it out, because it's just so much fun. Thank you for watching. And goodbye, YouTube.